Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Blank on the Suffolk coast with Matt Crowe. Only joking, I'm out tonight to try and get a fish. As you will know, if you've been following my channel, the fishing on the Suffolk coast through the winter has been absolutely dire. Travelled to Pevensey, had some fish there, but locally it's been absolutely awful. I also want to see tonight if my GoPro doesn't play up like it did the other night. Because I caught a couple of whiting. Yes, they're only whiting. I would have put them in the video. Would have made it a bit better because it's a fish. And it didn't record. So it was just literally me standing on a dark beach, talking for, I think it was 25 minutes or so. Not really what you want to watch. I'm down here tonight at the Manor Terrace in Felixstowe. Now, the reason I'm down here, like I say, it is tonight a balmy 8 degrees Celsius. Spring is coming. Daytimes are warming up and there is a bit of sun. And this time last year, or even before this time last year, I was having some good sessions down here because it was slightly warmer. So my plan tonight, it's about 10 o'clock at night, so we're talking an hour and a half after low. I'm going to fish it up to high, which is around about 3 o'clock. At high, I'm going to knock it on the head. Small tides, and the wind has got some easterly in it, which is never good, as you well know, for fishing. However, I've got the night off work. I thought I'd come out, try and make a video for you and just see if I can catch a fish. Now, hopefully you can see, yet again, the tip lights are back out. I will get used to them. I'm still keep turning around and finding myself with the head torch on, putting it on the tips rather than actually looking at the lights. Force of habit, I will get out of that. But like I say, tonight is just me with 2 rods, fishing the flood tide at Manor Terrace, seeing if I can actually break my bad mojo, would you call it, on the Suffolk coast, because I've had an awful winter. It's been absolutely rubbish. If you look through my videos, it is just blank after blank, but I'm putting them videos out because it's reality. It's the reality of what I'm doing. It's the reality of fishing. I'll go through everything with you throughout the video of what I'm doing, what I'm using, tactic-wise, rig-wise, bait-wise. And let's just see if we can get a fish, a decentish fish. To be honest with you, if I caught doggies tonight, I'd be well happy. Because to me, doggies are a sign of spring's coming around here, and that to me is just a sign that it's getting better. The fish species are turning up. However, if we just catch one whiting, it's going to be devastating. It really is. But right, stick with me through the video. Down here in Felixstowe at the Manor Terrace, and let's see if we can get some fish. Well, I've got a fish. It's a start, come on. It's a whiting and it's a start. It's a fish, and the tide is not even in the best time of the tide yet. I was expecting not to see anything for about the next half an hour. But this little fella, little whiting, wolfed down the squid bait, that was sent out for Mr. Ray or Miss the doggy. Not that I want doggies, but a doggy is a fish at the end of the day. So yeah, I think that's about the 3rd cast that was. Didn't even see the bite. Of course, if I had seen the bite, I'd have put it on camera for you, because that's what you're here for. You're here to see the bites and see the fish. Excellent. Blank out the way. I'm now going to rebait up. And I'll come back in a second, I'll show you the rigs I'm using, the bait I'm using, and we'll get these next casts out. Fish. That is a start. Even though it was a whiting, it was on the 3rd cast, and it shows there are signs of life out there, which is absolutely fantastic. Don't get me wrong, if it's a whiting fest all night, it's not what I came for, but there you go, fish is a fish, I'm a happy chappy. Gonna show you what I'm using tonight. I'm using my Gray's PZ Match, 7HT Red Turbo, Bagnall bar, and on that, I'm just using Squid. Now, I came down here tonight on a single 3.0 hook on a Bagnall bar rig. I come down here tonight armed just with Squid. I like using Squid sometimes by itself. It normally just picks out any of the species that are out there, to be honest with you. But while I was fishing, a kind gentleman's just come up to me, called Mike Bailey. Hello, Mike, if you're watching, you did say you watched the videos. And he was fishing the bay next door, and he's giving me all his leftover bait. So I now have herring, bluey, prawns, and rag, which I can make use of later, depending on what's going on. I'll probably end up strapping some bluey to some squid or something like that, a little bit of herring maybe. But yeah, right, I'm going to disappear off camera quickly. Apologies, very rude of me, I know. But I've got to put this bait out, and at the minute, the tide isn't as high as I was hoping it would be. So I can't really cast out in front of the camera, but I'm just going to put this out. Mega savage, hard cast, super long distance. Boom, 60 yards, boom, mega distance. Nah, probably hitting about 80 with that, to be honest with you. But you don't need, well, say you don't need to cast far. I'm pretty sure if I was a distance caster, I'd get into more fish on this beach, especially at this state of tide. However, when they're there, I do catch them, so it's not really an issue. Well, I say I catch them, that sounds really cocky and arrogant, doesn't it? I manage to get a few out, is what I'll say. But Mike was saying to me, he's been here since 5, so he's fished the ebb, and they've had doggy, whiting, usual suspects, but a doggy, yet again, like I said to you previously, like I said to you previously, doggies to me are a sign that it's warming up. When they're about, the ray should be about. So you never know. But right, like I say, 4th cast, time is now. Let me just go on this, just watching the Shore Hunter while I'm fishing, watching his latest video. Haven't really got into it yet, Wayne, so I don't know how you did, but I've just got up to the bit where you're setting your rods up, mate. 11:30. So nearly up, halfway through the top of the tide. And this is where, in reality, if I put my head torch over there, the little alcove in front of the rocks are getting water in. So that to me says it could, should, and would, if the fish are about, start fishing. But we've got a fish. Come on. Come on, it's a whiting, I know, but there's a fish on my channel from the Suffolk area on one of my videos. Halle bloomin' Luya. Just need them rod tips now to just go whoop. A decent fish on. Who knows? Who knows? Watch the left-hand rod. I've just had pull, slack, wound down tight into it. I've left it a minute and it then slackened off slightly again. So there is something developing on that left-hand rod. Now that left-hand rod is squid head and guts. Basically, I took a whole squid, pulled the head and guts out, wrapped it on, and then wrapped a tiny bit of squid flank, the fleshy bit on top, just to give it a little bit more substance as well. Come on. It's always the way. You start getting bites, decent bite as well. It was a half decent bite. I'm saying doggy. And then nothing really happens. Oh dear, come on, give me one more sign. Well, it's beautiful down here. It's not bad at all, to be honest with you. The weather's nice. The tide's creeping up slowly. Like I say, I think it's now getting on probably for around about 10 to 11. So you come up to halfway through the tide, which is when I said hopefully you should start seeing bites. But whatever that was attacking that, I think it's gone. Oh dear, you watch, I'm going to turn this camera off and that's going to fold round yet again. Come on, wherever you are, you were sitting there, you had a good go at it. You had a really good go at it. So why are you not giving me any more indications? Come on, give me an indication. Give it another 30 seconds or so and then I'll turn the camera off, and then if it comes back, I'll put the camera back on and film the next bit. Come on, give me something. That would have looked so good on camera as well, that bite. It really would. That slackened off and everything. Oh dear, but that's the thing. If it slackens off, I never, unless it slackens off and drops to the floor, I'll never hit it straight away. Mainly because if it slackens to the floor, you know that fish has travelled off, it's got the hook in its mouth, and it's dislodged the lead. Whereas if it's dislodged the lead a little bit, it could just be grabbing at it, pulling at it. It's not until I see a real positive bite will I actually wind that in. Right, I'll come back to you in a minute. It's about 30 seconds since I turned that camera off. I turned the camera off, I was literally turning the other light off, and as I did that, it started going again, and it slackened off. What the heck? Come on. It's got to be a dog. It's got to be a dog away that's biting like that. It really has. Oh, I can't believe that. What an absolute nightmare. Literally, as I was turning that light off, it went bang, 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 slack again. I might just reel that in a second, because whatever it's there is something definitely playing with it. I'll tell you, the curse of the cameras. It really is the curse of the cameras. Camera on, nothing happens. Camera off, it's like the fish know. It's like they're sitting there like, right, well, sitting there, probably haven't even got it in their mouth. They've probably got the end of the squid and they're pulling it, laughing away to themselves. Come on, give me something to dance to. Give me something to dance to, come on. For the people at home, show a proper bite on camera. Come on. Give me a bite. Wah, go. Go. I can't control what the fish are doing, unfortunately. I really can't. Come on. I'm saying doggy. If there's anything there. See, I don't want to reel it in because if there's something cruising around and keep grabbing it, they're interested. But if they're not yet hooked, I don't want to reel it in because I've not had anything like a big pull round. Yes, it's slackened off a couple of times. Is that slackening off now? Let's have a look. I'm saying dog. I'm saying dog. Right, where are you? Is there anything on it? I don't think there is. Nope. And that is why you should never reel it in. To be honest with you, whatever's dislodged the lead, it's gone a little bit down. Well, it's gone quite a lot of way over there, actually. That has gone quite a long way over, but there's definitely nothing there. I'm definitely saying that was a blooming dog. Picked it up, didn't get the hook in its mouth. Chewed it up, yep, absolutely chewed up. Ah, right, okay. We go again. Since those last bites I had, the excitement that materialised into nothing, I've not even had a knock. It's 2 hours before high, and this is when I'd be expecting, if there was any fish about, to be seeing activity, even from Whiteham. And there's nothing, nothing at all. The conditions are absolutely lovely. Don't get me wrong, there's a little nip on the air, but it is still warmer than what it has been recently. I think it's sitting about 7 or 8 degrees Celsius, something like that. But it's easterly. And I think that is what it is. You know, it could be my fishing skills are absolutely non-existent, who knows? But I think the easterlies need to stop. At the minute, anything with a hint of easterly, you know, you've got to be in it to win it, don't get me wrong. If you've got easterlies in the wind, you still come out and give it a go. But it is not the best on this coast at all, at all. And I think that's what we need. We need those easterlies to disappear, put a bit of westerly. Westerly is the best on this coast. I don't care what anyone says. Westerly on this coast. Oh, there we go. A little knock on the left-hand rod if you saw. Oh, there we go. Live action as we speak. That'll probably materialise into nothing. Oh dear. Whiting, I reckon. Could be a dog. Who knows? Who knows? We needed to keep going. But like I was saying, easterlies, we need them to stop. Anything with an easterly on this coast kills it. Westerlies, like I say, westerlies to me are absolutely beautiful on this coast, especially in the summer. You get a few days of westerlies, May, June time, that is when I'll be out hammering those hounds, because you know full well the hounds will be about. You know, they should be in, hopefully, this year. I haven't had a postcard from them yet saying when they're coming, but they should well be in. Is that left rod done anything else? Something showing some interest. Squid on both rods again, plain squid on the bar rigs. Bit of a difference that time. I come on camera and I actually get a knock. Just need that left rod to do something else. Come on. Give me something to dance to. Well, you want to, and then a slack line. Fish on. But I don't think that's going to happen. Who knows? Who knows? Come on. But yeah. I hope the fishing's okay in your area. I hope it's picking up. Let me know if you've been catching in the comments below. Because someone needs to be catching, because I'm not. It's absolutely dire. I think, if I remember rightly, I think this is why I stopped doing videos on my other channel, because it was hard going, don't get me wrong. And when you're putting videos out constantly and you see all these, I'm not going to stop, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stop on this channel. But like I say, when I used to do Addicted to Angling, I think that's one of the reasons I stopped, because it's so dire around here. And you watch all these other videos of the people in Wales, Mario Asbrow, Gareth Griffiths, you know, all them lads run from round there and on the south coast, and, you know, they're getting beautiful. Oh, there we go. Doggy woggy? I'm saying maybe a dog. It's not a bang bang rattle like a whiting. Whatever it is giving slower tugs than what you'd normally see. But whatever it is, hasn't given me a big bite yet. Yeah, like I say, you see the South Coast Welsh lads, they're catching some stonking fish, you know? Beautiful fish. A Chesil, don't get me wrong, Chesil hasn't kicked off yet, but as soon as that kicks off, you know the Shore Hunter is going to be putting out some amazing videos down there again. And I'm stuck up here. On the little rabbit's bum, as they call it, of the UK, Suffolk. Arse end of nowhere, with some of the worst fishing in the country. And we're trying to catch fish on video for you. On this coast, you've got to love your fishing. You know, you've got to really be invested in it and love it to keep going. You really have, because if not, you go a couple of times, and then you just stop. I think that keeps moving a little bit. Hopefully you saw a couple of knocks on it then on the camera with the tip lights. That's a dog. That's a dog. Let's see what we got, because that keeps tip-tap-tap-a-roo. Whatever it is definitely interested. Come on. Now I'm holding it now. What I do is I pick it up and I hold it. If we get bites like that, see if I can feel a tug through the rod. Sorry if I just blinded you then. Or if it goes slack. Sometimes you'll hold it and you'll pick it up and the rod will just keep coming with you, and that's when you know there's a fish there. Come on. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That is soul destroying. They're just picking that bait up, having a nibble. I'm not taking it. Oh, hello. Nope, that's caught on a heft. And that is what I'm dealing with tonight. Seeing the bites, they're not big baits. I'm not putting big baits on, so it's not like I'm getting anything that's not able to take the bait and it's choking itself. They're just not. Is there anything there? Nothing at all. Right. Rebait that, get it back out. The left rod's going as well, isn't it? Is that me or is that going as well? And it's slackened off. Oh, all action stations. Stay with me. There we go. That's got to be a dog. Come on. Maybe they're coming on the feed now 2 hours before high. Go again. Right hand rod, come on. You slackened off a little bit. There was definitely a knock there when I looked back, and it weren't me putting the rod on the rest either. Could even have been that the fish that was attacking that other bait has just literally swam with the tide and has found the other bait. Come on. I definitely saw you blooming going, and you definitely slackened off a little bit. Live action. I'm hoping you can see these bites. I hope you don't think I'm just sitting there making it up as I go along to create some content, because there was definitely a bite on that rod, and I've come back and that one is definitely slacker, and that's definitely had a bite as well. But the thing is whatever it was there on there. Come on. Give me another bite, Fernando. Da-da-da, da-da-da, Fernando. There was definitely something having a go at that. Right, I'm going to reel that in, because whatever that was, I definitely slackened that off a little bit. Let's see if there's anything else. A little bit slack. Yeah, there's something there. Fish on. Doggy. Hey, nice to actually get a bend in the rod. What are we saying? Dogfish. That's actually got a little bit of weight to it. That might actually be a ray. I think that just thumped. I swear that just thumped. Probably a dog. Doggy! Ruff, 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 ruff. Right, so the dogs are on the feed 2 hours before high. Oh, thank you, mate. Cool, you're a chunky little bugger as well, aren't you? Show you the dog, and I'll get a couple more baits out. Dogfish! Come on. Turn around. And he's curling up into a little ball. That's what they do as a way of protecting themselves. But there you go. Dogfish. That's what them bites were, and I think that's what the rest of them were as well on the other rods, but hey-ho. Lovely. Right. Let's get him unhooked. Let's get some more baits out. We might actually see some more fish now. Fish number 3. Another little white and slinky, but quite long. If it had a bit of weight, if it had a bit of fat to it, that would actually be a half decent fish. That's not that bad at all, really, to be honest with you. Chunky little blighter. Right, I'm going to get him back. It's now about an hour before high. So I'll get this one back, get some more baits out. Ta-da! And I'm up on the sea wall, or the promenade, if you like to call it. Tide was coming in. It was actually washing up a little bit of where I was fishing, so I jumped up here. I think we've got about 40 minutes to high tide. I'm going to say I'm going to fish it to high. So these might be my last cast, they might not. It depends what happens. I was getting bites on both rods on that last cast, so the whiting obviously moved in as well. Not a bad size whiting, so far 2 white and 1 doggy. A lot of you out there will be sitting there saying, ugh, but it's a fish, it's free fish. It shows to me that there is a little bit of life coming on this coastline. Now, like I say, the doggies are there, and when the doggies turn up, it's not long before the rays follow, because doggies and rays, to me, together go hand in hand, you know, they really do. Hopefully, you sat through that long piece where I was filming the bite round in and then, you know, had another bite and had the doggy. I don't like doing them long, continuous pieces, but it was actually some action on there, so hopefully you saw it and watched it, and actually, hopefully, I haven't watched it back yet, but I'm hoping the bites were visible on camera to you. And relax. I've actually caught some fish. You have no idea, like, you know, just a doggy and a couple of white, and just how happy that makes me to actually get some fish. Did get tagged by the doggy though. Absolutely, I don't know if you can see that, done my finger in while I was trying to unhook him, but hey ho, it is what it is. So, I would say 45 minutes to go. Can we pull out another fish that's not a whiting? I'd like a 3rd species, or even another doggy, to be honest with you. Just something that you can actually feel as you're reeling in. Stick with me to the end of the video. Hit the subscribe button now. And I'll see you in a little while. Left-hand rod again. Just had a couple of rattles on it and then a couple of solid pulls. I reckon that's another doggy. I'm off camera, by the way, because if I come in camera, I cast a shadow. So let's just see if that goes. If it does, I'm going to make that my last cast on this rod. If it goes again, I think that's squid head and guts again. It gave a couple of rattles. It gave a couple of rattles and then it's pulled a couple of times quite nicely, like solidly, like a dog. So obviously the initial rattles are something grabbing it, and then the solid pulls are where it's pulling at the bait. It'd be nice if it was a ray, but I don't think we're going to get that lucky tonight. I really don't. The GoPro is getting low on battery, so... Come on, go again. If it goes again, I'll bring it in. Yet again, the curse of the camera. I was going mad for a few seconds before I turned the camera on. And now it just disappears and it looks like nothing's ever happened. Come on. Right hand rod's not done anything yet. It is literally that left hand rod, so keep an eye on it. Come on. Go again. Go. Go. Go again. Nope. It's not going to do it. Oh, come on. It's just, I don't know. I don't understand it. You put the camera on and it all just stops. Just 2 seconds. Let me just check the battery on this GoPro. It was on 17%. Oh, it's on 14%. That's going down pretty quick. Pretty quick. Come on. Anything. No, you're not going to play ball. Right. I'm going to conserve this last bit of battery because as lazy as I am, I just can't be bothered to change the battery on it, if not for this last sort of half hour or 20 minutes or so. So if I get the fish, I'll come back on camera on it within a minute. Yeah, back on camera with it in a minute. And that is the end of that. Lovely night down here on Felixstowe seafront. Actually caught some fish and we had a doggy. Now a lot of you out there might be sitting there thinking to yourselves, he caught a doggy, doggies are everywhere. But on this coast, when the doggies turn up, that's when you know that the fishing is starting to get better. So hopefully, progressively, if this easterly drops off, this coast might be starting to come alive and we might actually see some decent-ish fish on camera. Rods are in. That bite on the left-hand rod that I was just talking about in the last bit, that didn't come to nothing. It was obviously a doggy playing around with the bait. Right-hand rod had a couple of whiting type rattles on it, but they didn't come to anything. No fish on the last cast, but there we go. It is what it is. Caught some fish. Happy days. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet hit subscribe. I always say it in my videos, don't like to go over it. I hate it because it sounds like begging, to be honest with you, you know. I don't like that from YouTube videos. I make the videos because I enjoy making them. Not because I really want to get out of anything. I don't want sponsorships. I don't want blooming advertising products and stuff like that. I just want to do fishing. So hit the subscribe button because I caught some fish. And hopefully that'll make you hit subscribe. You never know. But yeah. That's it, done and dusted. I'll be out again very soon. Don't know where, don't know when, but I will be out targeting some more fish and hopefully by then those easterlies have disappeared. So, you take care of yourselves and I'll see you by the water very soon.